So with rotation on the way, I had to play my favorite card one more time before it rotates out of the set. And if you are a longtime fan here, you already know what I'm talking about. We had to do it, guys. We're playing another Outlaws Merriment list. Cue the intro. Let's talk about it. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel today, and thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Today we're talking about Boros enchantments, and this particular list has a ton of synergy power. Before we dive into this though and start talking about the deck a little bit, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, I just ask if you take one moment to do so. It's a free way to help support the channel, and if you hit that little notification bell, you'll be notified whenever we post a video, which is 3 times a week. Plus, new sets are about to release, so you want to hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on all of our future deck lists. It's going to be some exciting stuff coming out. So let's dive in, guys. Like I said, this is all synergistic based on enchantments. So what we got is our win con. Well, we've got 4 Archon Sun's Grace. This is a great card because whenever we play an enchantment, it's going to create a 2/2 Pegasus with lifelink, and we're going to be able to gain life and overwhelm the board pretty quickly with this card, as long as it doesn't get removed. Another way we have to win a game is 4 Felidar Retreats. This card right here is an enchantment that triggers the Archon, but not only that, we can either choose to pump the existing creatures on our battlefield and give them vigilance, or we can create creatures if we do not have any. We can create a little 2/2 cat beast, and if this gets stacked and we play things like Fabled Passage, it can get out of hand very fast. Then our last and not least, our other win con here is Outlaws Merriment, one of my absolute favorite cards. For those of you who know, I play this card probably way too much, but I enjoy it a lot, and it is going to rotate out with the set rotation, so I want to play it again as much as possible before it gets out of the set. So basically, it's an enchantment, triggers the Archon, but every single turn it generates a random human, whether it's the rogue, cleric, or warrior, and they all have different stats and abilities. So I'm not going to go over that in detail, but it is very powerful, and each of these creatures comes into the battlefield and can attack immediately, which is even better. So those are the 3 ways we're going to win the game, is by getting those onto the battlefield and then just overwhelming our opponent with non-stop endless value that they just cannot keep up with. So that's the idea. How do we get there? Well, we do need a Doomscar. We have 3 of these, right? Because if our opponent is playing like an aggressive style deck, mono white, mono red, we do have to sweep the board at some point in order to establish our board as well. So Doomscar can help us get to where we need to go, and some places can be awkward because we have a lot of creatures on the battlefield, but in order to get to that point, we do need to Doomscar the board in some cases. We have some other great enchantments like ECD, which obviously triggers Archon, but it also brings the Archon back from the graveyard. We have an Akroan War to help kind of mitigate the board as well. We can steal an opponent's creature, and it acts as a board wipe on that 3rd saga, can destroy all of our opponent's things at the end of the game, or end of the saga. And then we have 4 Sparring Regiments, a new card from STRIXHAVEN, where if we play this on the battlefield, we get to go and learn, which is great. But also, every time our creatures attack, we get to untap one of them and put a 1/1 counter on it. So basically, it gives it vigilance, which is great. And if you stack these, you obviously get 4 triggers, which is great. We have 4 Birth of Meletis to help us in the early game, gain a little bit of life, create a wall, ramp, all those good things. All that glitters. We have 3 of these because this is going to be a big game winning over the top card that we just last second throw this on a creature that we know is going to be uncontested. And with all these enchantments we have, this thing can be potentially a plus 10/10 on any creature, so we can win a game out of nowhere with that card. And then last but not least, our last card of the deck is going to be Showdown of the Scalds. This right here is going to be our draw engine. It's not only a draw engine, it pumps our creatures and it triggers our Archon. So the synergies there it's literally endless. Like, this deck flows together very, very well. Everything is cohesive and works together really nicely. And like I said, we have 4 Fabled Passages to trigger the Felidar Retreat multiple times a turn. And then we have our sideboard over here, which I will scoot over here. The sideboard, basically a couple of environmental sciences to make sure we hit our lands, a couple of reduced to memories for things that we want to exile, and some card draw, and then one last Mascot Exhibition, which I've really fallen in love with this card, especially in this deck, because we could play it, and then if we throw down like a Fabled Passage with a Retreat out, we can pump all of these creatures the very next turn. So it can get out of control very, very fast. That's the deck list though, guys. We're going to jump into the gameplay footage now. We'll see you guys back here at the end for some final thoughts Until then, guys, we'll see you. Peace. All right, we got a strange one for you today. We got the Boros colors out in full today, but we're gonna be playing Enchantments. Pretty excited about this one. Love me some Skulls, love me some Merriment, so that's why we're playing it. We get to go first. This is a great hand, but need the mana, unfortunately, so we'll keep this one instead. Much better. Much better hand. Glad I mulliganed that one. And a Crone War, sure, we don't know what our opponent's on yet, so a Crone War could be very helpful, or it could not be. We'll find out soon. Ooh, a Knight, huh? Let's go get ourselves some more mana here. A little bit of life gain. And a nice little wall that's going to be hard for them. Actually, not that hard for them to get through. They got Death Touch, huh? So, alright, so Crone War, definitely going to be helpful. They foretold something. Is that Poison the Cup? Is that Poison the Cup? Interesting. A Crone War against Death Touch should be interesting too, because we take one of their creatures, right? And then it can block for us and kill their other creatures, which is great. No blocks, we'll take it. Alright, let's do it. Straight to the Crone War. Let's go ahead and do it. Take the Blight Fang. Blight Fang could be very helpful with life gain. Only going to get one turn with it though to really attack, so I don't know how helpful it'll actually be. We'll see. We can play a Felidar Retreat next turn. I'm still curious about that Foretold card though. That is really throwing me for a loop. I've got to guess it's Poison in the Cup if I'm being honest. So I drew a card and took some damage. They're gonna have to attack next turn. Let's do this and throw this bad boy down. I think I'm just gonna create a 2/2 cat for now, just to block with no attacks. I'm gonna block with the Blight Fang because I need it to go away once the Crone War goes away. I can't just give it back to them. So we're gonna block with it. Questing Beast has Vigilance, which is a problem because it doesn't die to the Crone War, unfortunately. Alright, they fight. That's fine. I think that's kind of a waste if I'm being completely honest. They have to swing in with all here, so block here. They lose all their creatures except for their Questing Beast. Nice, a Doomscar off the top's not bad. Not bad at all. I could go Scalds too here. I think Scalds is fine here because I can get some land. Let's create a cat. 2 cats maybe? Or do I foretell the Doomscar? I think I'm gonna foretell the Doomscar. Get ready to blow up the board. Kind of a weird sequence I just took there. I know I could have gone so many different paths. Like that turn could have gone 1,000 ways. I think I could have done better, but it's fine. We still end up with a pretty good situation to be in right now. Oh, okay, so that's what they foretold. All right, so we're definitely blowing up the board here. Doesn't matter. Okay, board gone, and we get ourselves a cat. Activate, we get ourselves an Archon. And another cat. Do we want another cat? Yeah, we want another cat, right? More bodies to block with, the better. Alright, things are about to start getting wild for us here. Things are about to start getting really spicy. We're gonna do some really good things here. Alright, check this. Peep this. Ready? Put the 1/1 counter there. Steal you. I don't see how they come back from this if I'm being completely honest. Oh, I should have played the retreat first, huh? Should have played the retreat first. That's a mistake, but it's all good. And another one there. Get in for some big damage. They're all vigilance. They say nice. Man, this is the very first time I'm playing my own deck here. I threw it together and I just went instantly to recording. So I could definitely be taking a lot better lines here because I messed up that Felidar retreat as well. But we're looking so good right now. Vorinclex? Go ahead, Vorinclex, I dare you. I got a bigger Archon. GG's, that was really nice. It went exactly how I thought it should go. Kind of a weird matchup though. Can't wait to see it against something else. All right, let's clean up the misplays because I think this deck could be really good. I want you guys to see it up against like a little stronger decks, but I think it's pretty good, man. I think Archon's gonna do some work in this deck. I really do. Ah, man, we got so many really good cards. I want to put it up against some strong decks. This is not it, Chief. Ugh. Come on, what kind of hand is that? Much better. I think I'm gonna bounce the Archon here. Oh man, do I? I think I bounced the Archon here. I hate to say it, but I think I do. We go for the Birth, obviously turn 2. Yeah, we got a pretty solid setup here. Doomscar up against green, potentially could be big creatures. That might be helpful. We'll see. We'll see. Search for greatness, sure. Why the heck not? Let's go ahead and grab ourselves a plains here. Get going on the life gain. Get a little wall out that can protect us from other things. They get the Scry. Never really been a fan of this card. I don't think it's that great, to be honest, but just my opinion. Oh, they miss a land drop. That's not good. And we get a Sparring Regiment off the top for a nice little curve. That's really good. I am going to grab the Mascot Exhibition. The reason being is because our opponent hasn't played anything that I'm threatened about yet. I don't need to draw cards, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to play the Exhibition later. And then hopefully with the Felidar retreats, just pump the creatures like crazy. All right, get the retreat down. Now we start to pop off. Here we go. Here's where the game starts to get into our control big time. Our opponent here kept a 2-land hand going first, hoping in Search for Greatness would get them some scries to find the land they need, but now they kind of screwed themselves, and I don't like that because I feel like we don't get to showcase our deck that well. Let's get the Scalds down. Get that land drop. Hopefully we can find an Archon here. It'd be nice. Another Felidar retreat's not bad. Let's get a little cat action. Solid. This is solid. We get double Felidar retreats out this next turn. This is gonna get wild. 4, and then we can play the Birth too if we feel like it. That way we get full value out of our side exiled cards over here. We're in a really good spot. Our opponent got screwed on the mana early, so we got way ahead of them. There's really, I don't see how they come back from this, but who knows? We'll see. I could blow up the board too at some point. All right, Felidar down. Put the 1/1 here. Land. Create another cat. Create another cat. Just go really wide here. Then we go Birth. And take a land, and our hand is sweet. We can attack, sure. Let's get another counter on it, and it gets Vigilance too, so thank you, Sparring Regiment. And now we've got a Merriment. I mean, how do you beat this? Like, how do you beat what we're about to do to our opponent here? It's gonna be pretty tough, especially with mono green. They are getting free cards though, thanks to their Search of Greatness. They finally get one free card here. Blowing up the board is still a possibility to avoid them drawing cards. I mean, we could do that to be a jerk. Or we could just, I don't know. And 11/6 is kind of annoying. What do we do about that? I mean, we could chump it all day. They don't have, but if they play something like Garruk's Harbinger to give it trample, then I'd be in really big trouble. All right, the Henge. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to do here. This is actually, that's actually pretty clutch. The Henge can really swing a game pretty quickly. Huh. 2 Merriments though? Ooh, things are going our way, but I just... Oh, that Henge though, really stressing me out. So if we play this, Do we blow up the board? Because if we're going to blow it up, we're going to blow it up now. I don't think we do. I think we give him whatever. Let's just put some 1/1 counters on everything. Like, once we get this down, I mean, how are they going to stop us? I really don't see how they could. Because next turn we get another one, and then we throw down the mascot exhibition. Okay, that's a really annoying card to see. Shoot, that actually did change things quite a bit there. Ouch. Alright, whatever. That sucks. We really could have got a lot more value out of that. That's actually bumming me out a little bit here. Alright, let's put the 1/1 counters. Everything gets vigilance. I swing an all here, but then it just blocks one and we die. So let's just do this. Do the 1/1 counter, and then I'm willing to make that trade. We may need to blow up the board. I'm not sure yet. We're going to find out here. So I'm going to foretell that in a second. Don't forget we still haven't all that glitters here, which is great. The Merriment's now on the field, so getting a bunch of creatures every turn. Got some land still to trigger my Felidar's landfall ability. I don't know what I want to do yet, though. I don't know if I want to play the Merriment next turn. It all depends, I guess, on what we top deck. On whether or not we Doomscar the board or not. That 13/6 Renata is really bugging me out. Alright, that got indestructibility. That's annoying. Alright, Keen-Eyed, sure. I'm looking for an ECD at this point, right? I mean, that's pretty much it. They got the card draw too with the Rowan Games. Tricky game we're in right here. Alright, another Sparring Regimen is not terrible. We have just enough for that, or we could play this and a Sparring Regimen just to kind of set the board up even further. Oh man, I don't know. I don't know. We're gonna keep going though, as if we do know. Let's grab this to exile the Henge. Let's just keep doing the 1/1 counters and then swinging through, right? Because then Sparring Regiment's gonna also pump our creatures up pretty good. This sucks because this Keen-Eyed is stronger even if I pump him up twice. No point in swinging here. Gosh, swinging is really what we need to be doing though, because we need to get those 1/1 counters, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Alright, let's see what our opponent does with this mana. They only got 4 lands still. They're really struggling here for mana, which is nice. It's really kind of keeping us in the game here. Reduce to memory is going to be nice. We kill the Henge. Oh, they're going straight to the attack step, huh? I have so much life, it's not even funny though still. Like, compared to what like damage they could have been doing to me. Like, we're doing a really good job of protecting our life total. What do we want to see off the top? Oh, Felidar down. Oh my goodness. Harbinger too. Gosh darn it. All right, looks like we're gonna reduce the memory here, and then we're gonna wipe the board and start fresh. I think that's gonna have to be our play. Too many fat creatures out here. All right, so how to do this turn? Swing all, right? I think we swing all here, try to get as much damage through as possible. And then we sweep the board. Why not? why not? Swing all, sweep the board. After we reduce to memory, of course. Got to be careful. Make sure we reduce to memory first. Sweep the board, and then our opponent is at 4 cards in hand. We're at 4 cards in hand, right? Yes. But we have a better board state, I would say, because we have sparring regiments and merriments double down, so. All right, opponent's deciding on their blocks here. They're going to take quite a bit here. It's not a pretty serious shot to them. All right, now we reduce to memory. And down. They have 1 mana left over. What's holding priority here? I'm curious. I guess it could be the Scavenging Ooze holding priority, huh? And then we sweep the board. No indestructibility, right? Am I missing something here? Hopefully not. I don't think there's any indestructibility out there. I don't know. I kind of want to hold my land until... Because we could top deck a Felidar Retreat, and I'm going to regret not holding on to it. I don't know. We'll see. They eat my scolds, okay. Dang, that thing still survived. Oh, man, there's that much loyalty still out there. It's unfortunate. That's pretty good. The fact that that's still out there is actually tough. I don't know. I thought that was going to go up here because of the loyalty. I didn't even think they had that much loyalty still. The Search for Greatness having 2 loyalty to green is pretty solid there. All right, well, our board state is not as strong as theirs. Actually, it might be. I don't know. I guess it depends on the creatures we keep drawing. Well, now it's not. Unreal. How did they come back from this? That's crazy, man. All right, we're down to 19. They finally breach our life total here. Them not leaving that back to block, though, is pretty crazy because we get some hasty things here. We could win the game. We might have just won the game. We might have won the game here. Let's see what our opponent does to this. Got anything for this? No? What about this? Oh, they were not ready for those, were they? They were not ready for those, were they? There we go. That's a pretty heavy hit right there. Do you see the synergies though, guys, with this deck? Like with all these enchantments popping off, like once they get going, there's really no stopping them. Like once they've been established onto the battlefield, they actually had 2 broken wings, which is really good against our deck, and we still managed to pull it out, so we'll take it. That was kind of a long game, but glad we got the W there. But yeah, man, the synergies with this deck are pretty wild. I'm enjoying it a lot. I like this deck quite a bit. Glad we threw it together. Let's see here. That's not bad. We got a Doomscar in case things get out of control pretty quickly, going second. So that's a keep for me. Couple of temples too to scry with. 3 of them apparently. All right, I don't think we need that land. Got the Merriment, my favorite card. Let's do this, and you can go to. All right, opponent's on some Boros as well. Oh, some Jeskai. That makes sense. I was wondering why our opponent here foretold something. I'm like, what could that be? But now we know. Some blue stuff. All right, so do we go for the Sparring Regimen? That sucks. That thing is really good. I played against that before, and I do not like it. All right, Sparring Regimen. Let's go back into our thing here. Gotta reduce the memory. That'll take care of it. All right, they get so much mana here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess it's the same amount as they had before, but they get some crazy. What in the world did they just? What in the world? Add when you next turn exile cards to top of your library. It's a sorcery lesser mana value. So the next turn cast it without paying its mana cost. What? Okay, I'm confused. This has got to go. This card is so confusing to me. This thing's got to go. Oh, I should have scried there. What was it? Oh, gosh darn it. Gosh darn it. All right, whatever. I gotta go do my homework on that card, man. I really do. All right, Magma Opus in the graveyard. Gotta remember that. They're probably gonna bring it back. There it is. Bring it right back. Sure. All right. How do we handle this next turn? Do we go for the Outlaw's Merriment just so I could start? That way I know it doesn't get countered and we can start kind of building a board state. I think that's pretty good. Maybe we could scry. More land, not necessary. Wait, see, 3, 6 mana. So they got a little bit ways to go for this. They need 2 more mana here. All right, let's see what we got here. Shooting our opponent's face, cool. All right, Archon Sun's Grace comes in. We could play the Birth. That seems fine. Let's hope they don't kill the Archon though. That could be bad. Really need it here, but it looks like there's no instant speed action here from our opponent, so. Okay, or there is. Fair enough. All right, we got more mana. No attacks. This is a good body to block with. Unfortunately, oh, we should have attacked. They were tapped out. Shoot. I would have had vigilance. What was I thinking, man? I could have killed one of these. Gosh darn it. See? Mistakes, man. Mistakes. It's alright, though. We have a Doomscar. We were probably planning on playing it anyways. Alright, we got Lifelink. I really gotta, like, maybe play a few games before I hop on recording, but I didn't have time. I did not have any time this week to do so. Unfortunately, we had to kind of just jump right into it. I only have a set, recording spot, So unfortunately, I have a small window to record. I just got to throw a deck together sometimes and jump on and hope for the best. All right, so we can block the 3/2 now, though, no problem. And we got a Doomscar Foretold, so if our opponent wants to get out of pocket, it's all good. Another lifelink. I love that. All right. Belladar Retreat is really good too. Let's just go for the temple for right now, and we'll what are we gonna do here? Let's make that a 3/2, make that a 4/3. It still would die, so let's make a cat. Just trying to think of the best line here. Oh, that's a really good card off the top. Love to see it. Get in there. Gain us another 3 life. That's so big, man. The lifelink guy is so good on this card. To be able to attack with these creatures too right away is what makes this card so great to me. I love the Merriment. All right, they got something. Oh, they're gonna do the Opus. All right, they're playing the Opus now, which is fine. So they're gonna do what? So 2 here, tap the wall. Okay, so let's do this for some white mana, and I'm gonna Doomscar the board. They're gonna really not like this. I lose the mana. Ah, we changed phases. That sucks. We lost the mana because we went through the phase. All right, that's fine. We still survive. Wish I could have kept that mana all the way through to my next phase, my next main phase, and then Doomscarred. I never really understood that, why you lose the mana during the phases like that. All right, that can't tap yet, so we can bloat the board. They foretell. Hopefully that's not a saw it coming. They foretell again though, so we're good. We're good. We actually are a-okay. First we attack because we're gonna blow up the board, right? So attack here. Let's get the vigilance, the 1/1. They're not gonna block. Yep, I didn't think they would. All right, we blow up the board. Later, play this bad boy. Got some mana. Create a cat. And end turn. We got an all that glitters too that I'm waiting. I'm just waiting to put that onto my Archon, man. I want to be able to really go. Oh, that's not good. Did they have another one? Oh, I hope that's not all. If those are all runs Epiphanies, I'm going to be really bummed out. Because if they win that way with 2 all runs Epiphanies, I'm going to be... Oh, it's going to be so hard to watch. All right, that's fine. So you're saying there's a chance. I should have shot him in the face. I'm going to sweep the board, aren't I? Yeah, we're sweeping the board here. First things first. First things first, we sweep the board. Boom. Later Angels. Play the Archon. Now, play this. Put the 1/1 counter. And now we just hope they can't remove it. If they remove the Archon, we're dead. They did have some stuff that could kill it, didn't they? The Demon Bolt. No, Demon Bolt doesn't kill it. Okay, that's fine. Experimental Overload, we don't care. They bring back the Opus. They don't have enough to cast that right now. We're good. We survived. Boom, baby. Let's go. We got this. We got this. They can't play the Opus yet, so we're good. If they swing in here, big mistake. All right, cool. All right, we got a Scalds, which is an enchantment. 1, 2, plus 4, so that's 6. So we can actually play all 3 of these, so that's good. What do we play first? Let's play the Scalds first, see what we hit. Let's see what we hit. Here's where we make our biggest comeback ever. All right, so we'd rather have the Felidar, right? Obviously. Obviously. And I'm going to play this. Gonna crack this. We might have lethal. Oh wait, actually no, they had the 2 flyers. That's unfortunate. At least we got all the life gain, right? Let's just get our life back up to like 1 billion here. 17? That's not bad. That's not bad. A little 17 life gain. Feels pretty solid to me. Back up to 21. Look at that. Just like that, we're back in the game all the way up to 21 life total. That's huge. We'll take it. We'll take it. And not much our opponent can do now with this board state. I mean, what can they do? The Magma Opus is pretty sick, but like even Doomscar though, like that's cool and everything, but I mean, we're just gonna keep gaining back creatures every single turn with not only the Merriment, but all these Felidar retreats. It's gonna get ugly for you, my friend. Very ugly, but 2/1 lifelink, sure. That's gonna get even bigger with the Sparring Regiment and the 3 Felidar retreats. Might see a scoop here if we're being completely honest. We'll see. They can survive 1 more turn though with that Opus. They can definitely slow me down here a little bit. All right, let's go this first. This second. This little life linker just got really big. They're about to blow it up now though. Here it comes. Here comes the Opus. Tap me down? Sure. That's fine. Tap down my 2 lands. I got another land here. I can foretell this. We're looking really nice. I mean, we have nothing left in our hand, so everything we've got is here right now. So opponent knows what's up, but doesn't really matter, I don't think. We still got him pretty good here. Let's just make 3 cats. Three cats, got the Doomscar. I am producing 2 creatures a turn with the Merriments, which is great, but I'm also producing a bunch of cats if I just hit a land drop, which is going to be unlikely at this point with all these lands that I just hit, but it's a win-win. We should find tools that are really, really good off the top of our deck because we have so much land already played. So it should be a banger after banger card, but we'll see. We kill the 4/4. Maybe. Maybe we don't. We're tapped out. I mean, what are they trying to do here? Are they trying to Opus us again? Oh, I guess they're trying to Magma Opus us again. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. We got a Doomscar ready for you. What a top deck. It's always weird on the sequencing of this deck though. Like, do we attack here first? Do we not attack? Do we Doomscar? I don't think attacking really matters, so I think we're just gonna Doomscar the board. Doesn't matter. I guess attacking did kind of matter. We could have gained a little bit of life. Alright. Showdown of the Skulls. Ooh. We got ourselves a bunch of Fabled Passages. Don't mind if I do. 2, 3. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to pop 2+1 counters because they go on the stack first, right? And then we create another cat. And then cat, boom, they're all 4/4s. Let's go. They're all 4/4s, all 4 of them. We got another one too. Gosh, we are going to get out of hand quickly. Opponent's drawing 5 cards. 23 cards left to our 24. They're doing a really good job though of annoying me, because you would think we'd get so far ahead at this point. Like, we were doing so many crazy, like, hard to beat things, but they just keep answering with their own little annoying things. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. 2 3-1s. It's pretty good. All right, let's go get this. There's the scoop. I had a feeling it was coming this turn. The Fabled Passage was just going to be too much for them to handle, honestly. We were about to go crazy off, especially because we got 2 Tramplers there. GG's, though. That's going to do it for today's gameplay footage, guys. I hope you really enjoyed the list. It was a lot of fun to play, and I think it's actually fairly decent. We were moving up the chains pretty easily with this deck. Games did take a long time, but we do have to take a little while to establish our board state before we start really taking control of the game. But man, I think this is a winner, man. It's a good deck, a lot of fun. Can't wait to see what we can do with this with some new cards coming out, but really enjoyed it. As far as changing anything, I have no complaints. I think the deck ran really well. I don't really want to change too much of this at all. If you guys at all have any ideas on how to make the deck better, definitely leave them in the comments below. I do read all the comments and get back to you all eventually. If you like the video, I appreciate that as well. But that's going to do it for today's video. For those of you who have made it this far into the video, thank you so much. Special thank you from the bottom of my heart, because you guys actually get the videos pushed out to more people and get the videos growing and the channel growing. So thank you. YouTube loves when you guys stick around this late into the video. Also, to all of my YouTube members, all part of the Mardu mob, thank you guys so much for becoming members. I really appreciate that as well. It's a way to help support the channel financially. So for you guys to do the the $5 membership means the world to me, and I hope you're enjoying your exclusive content. And your name should be on the screen right about now. And if you want to become a Mardu Mob member, just hit that join button down below or check out the description down below. Really appreciate you guys though, and that's going to do it for today's video. We'll see you guys here Wednesday. Peace.
Hit him 3 times like a hat trick. The name is Swayze, no Patrick. If you play him, then it's tragic. Hit him with the mythic, yeah, that's magic. MTG, that's what you'll see if you like and subscribe. Where's the upload, man? Man, all of the time. Coming with the best decks, this is the meta. This ain't